Pope Benedict's shock resignation set in train a centuries-old process for choosing a successor, a process that usually begins on the death of an incumbent. But not since Pope Gregory XII tossed in the job almost 600 years ago has a pontiff walked away from the top job still alive and breathing. Gregory's was a forced resignation too. You have to go back even further, another century or so, to Pope Celestine V to find a precedent for a voluntary departure. Now, in handing down his 2 weeks' notice, Benedict effectively doubled the time the Church's cardinals could spend jockeying for position and influence to further any ambitions they might hold for the top job. Ahead of the vote, members of the College of Cardinals converged on the Vatican from around the globe. There are 209 of them in all, but only 117 are eligible to join what's known as the Conclave of Cardinals, who vote on the Pope's successor. Anyone aged 80 or above is excluded from the conclave, and as a general rule it meets at least 15 days and no more than 20 days after the death or resignation of a pope. The cardinals must all take an oath of secrecy too. Now, the term conclave derives from the Latin, meaning literally with key. It originated back in 1271 when cardinals couldn't agree on a new pope for 2.5 years. So, to break the deadlock, they were locked up themselves and given only bread and water until they made a decision. Nowadays, they're still shut off from the outside world inside the Sistine Chapel, but they do send out some tantalising hints about their progress in the form of smoke signals. The cardinals participate in 4 secret ballots each day, 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening, until they reach the required 2/3 majority for an outcome. Their ballot papers are burnt after each count, along with a substance that turns the smoke black if they haven't yet reached a decision. If they have, a different additive turns the smoke white, signalling to the masses watching on that a new pope has been elected. Not long after that, the new leader of the world's 1.2 billion Catholics will emerge on the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square, and he'll reveal the name he's chosen to be known by, one that's borrowed from a saint or a former pontiff. Popes aren't actually obligated to change their names, but it's a tradition that's held sway in the Catholic Church for close to 1,500 years, and it's hard to imagine any papal successor seeking to buck that trend.